In this video, I'm going to cover an overview of our CAD product FITFOOT360. Before you begin design, sometimes you need to be able to correct your cast. And we do this by being able to morph the shape in 3D to get it into a neutral alignment, including the toes. So what types of device can we design? We can design a 3/4 length, we can design a full foot shell, we can design a full foot EVA or PU device, or we can also design a 3/4 length EVA. The real strength of the software is its ability to show you what's happening in real time. All of the shaping you do is shown in real time in 3D. So as you pull the sliders, you see the change happening, whether it's heel cup height, arch height, whether it's flanges, whatever. You can see it all in real time. We can also do total contact devices by just doing a simple shrink fit, where now the device matches the scan. What about corrections? Well, we have a whole raft of corrections, including intrinsic posting, extrinsic posting. We can also shape that post to fit into the shoe. We can take weight out of it or add weight in, depending on what you want to do. In the forefoot, why would we want a thick edge when we can put a taper on, reducing the grinding time? So there's a whole bunch of different tools in the software that enable us to do correction, whether it's posting, or here we're looking at the skive process, where we can control that skive in all of the planes. Images are useful. Images enable you to make better and more accurate decisions, especially when it comes to loading or offloading the foot. So here we can see a pad being placed in relation to the pressure, which I've overlaid on the foot. This gives you much more accuracy of positioning and a better result for the patient. We have custom pads. This enables you to reshape that distal edge of the device in such a way as it's going to load that midfoot for you, and then you can then go on and do your offloading around areas of risk, high pressure, or whatever you want. So it's totally flexible, and it stores that shape so you can use it time and time again. And as a result, we get something that is much more accurate than normal. Now, what about profiles? We can change the profile at a flick of a switch, or we can just grab an edge and pull it around dynamically. The most important thing in the software is the stored prescription. Whether you are a clinic who wants to show the 3D prescription process, or whether you are a lab who just simply wants to have a much faster process, being able to store a prescription that you have decided is correct is going to save you huge amounts of time. So you can drive it by pathology, for example, or you could drive it by product. So if you're doing 3D printing, the whole design can be bought in one go and prescribed to fit the foot, but it's not fixed, it's not a prefab, it's still flexible. I can change it to do whatever I want to do. So when we're ready to make them, we can decide how we're going to make them. Are we going to mill them? Are we going to print them? Or are we going to make a positive mold? You can decide. You can shape that mold to suit your material, and you can also apply engraving onto the job as well. Now, on a 3D printed device, that would be embossed instead. The final thing to do is decide what you're going to do. You're going to print it, you're going to mill it, or are you going to send it on to somebody else to continue working? And that is a very simple overview of FITFOOT360.